Hey y'all, it's Taryn. It is Sunday, August 25th. Welcome. I hope y'all have had a great week. Yes, 1 week. I know. Anyway, I hope you got to get a lot of stuff done. I didn't get a lot of stuff done, really, but that's okay. I'll take what I can get. Instead, Tuesday morning, I was taking the trash down. Our house sits almost at the top of a hill, so pulling the trash can down to the road is downhill on a gravel driveway, and down at the bottom on the little fine rocks, my feet went right out from under me. I totally wiped out. Pulled the garbage can, a 95-gallon full garbage can down with me. It was not pretty. I felt like I had been run over by a 95-gallon garbage can, quite actually. I didn't spill any of the trash though. I guess that's a plus. I was covered with bruises. I've got still a bruise about this big on my hip. It goes across my butt cheek. I bruised up my hand all right here and down into my wrist. It's going away. There's only a little bit of, mostly it looks dirty. I keep thinking that I've gotten something on me, and I didn't get a lot of stitching done because the way that I hit with this hand down flat beside me, and I held on to the trash can with this hand, so I landed like knuckles down like that. So both my hands hurt a lot for the next couple of days. And so I didn't get as much stitching done as I wanted to. But there's always a reason we don't get as much done as we wanted to. So anyway, I'm mostly feeling all better. This finger here still hurts a really lot. It's still really sore in the morning. This morning I was stitching and I had a goal in mind, and it was really hurting. But stitching comes first, right? I mean, it's not like pain is your body sending you a signal to quit doing what you're doing or anything like that, because priorities. I guess in this instance, stubbornness wins again. So I did work on stuff, just like when I come out here in the morning and I can spend an hour to 2 hours working on things, I couldn't make it that long. So I worked on stuff, just not as long as I would have otherwise. Worked on this one. This is one of those kits from China with the colored pattern, so you can absolutely not tell what I've done. I think that I worked mostly in the middle section. I think I did a lot of this over here. Something like that anyway. I don't know if y'all be able to hear the noise that's going on outside. Dax is out there working on the Escape, trying to get it ready to sell for, he's spending for no more money than we're going to be able to get for a car with 250,000 miles on it. He's spending way more time than it's worth getting it cleaned up. But you should see him. I went out there a while ago to take him more to drink because he never learns. He goes outside when it's, I don't know, it's probably 100 degrees out there, and never takes anything with him, even though I don't know how many times he's gotten sick from getting dehydrated or heat exhaustion, but he still does it. I don't know. When I was complaining to him about it a while ago, he said it's because he's a doer. He goes out there and he does the work. It's someone else's job to make sure he didn't kill himself doing it. So there you go. Anyway, I was going to tell you how sexy he looks out there, because he's wearing like running shorts, just workout shorts and t-shirt. The shirt's the kind that's supposed to keep the sweat off of you. Well, not when it's 100 degrees outside, that doesn't matter. He has a towel over his head, and a cowboy hat on over that. Yeah, he looks hot. I took a picture because our kids will never believe that he looks like that. Okay, I worked on this one also. Seriously, at some point I've got to make, for real progress on this. But I keep putting other things first. I think I did these birds and filled in right in there, and then started this checkerboard that goes all the way across that birdhouse. What? Now he's dancing. Here, you want to see? I'll turn the camera. It's so funny, took the towel off his head, or I would. I gotta get a curtain up on that window, I'm telling you. I worked on these hearts, and this is from crossstitching.com. It's cross-stitching.com. It's a free pattern. I'm doing all of my hearts on one piece of red Aida. And I'm doing them in white. That looks lovely. 3 strands. I'm using 3 strands to kind of fill it in better. And I started this heart. This is where it is. So the way I decided to lay it out, because 2 of the hearts have the bird, so I'm going to have one with the bird here and then one down here. I didn't want them both. I didn't want them like right together. Oh, and by the way, a couple of y'all asked about the birdhouse pattern that I started last week that was the freebies. I went to get the website address because it was cut off on mine. I think I had it bookmarked on my computer, and it's gone. The website is gone. And then I went and looked at Craft Gossip because I think that's where I got it. And I found it there, but when I clicked through, it went to the same website that's gone. I don't know what the protocol on that is, because I have heard people say even if a pattern's free, you shouldn't share it because the whole idea is to get you to their website. Well, if their website doesn't exist anymore, then that point's kind of moot. And so I don't know. For those of you who expressed interest, is it okay for me to just send you a copy of it? Because, if that doesn't make me a horrible person, I have no problem with it. I'm glad to make copies and send them out. So I don't know. Y'all tell me what you think. Anyway, I worked on You Are So Loved from Snowflower Diaries. Again, it is a free pattern. This is one that I had started earlier in the year, and in my roulette wheel, it came up again for me to work on. When I had started it before, all I did was this part of the border, and so I did this time. This is on some really, really tiny count fabric, and I am doing it 1/1, and I am doing the French. Mine does not say You Are So Loved. It says Je vous aime beaucoup. I don't know if that's how you say it. I am not French. So, if it's wrong, I apologize. Once again, out of Peanuts, I worked on Woodstock. Here's this one. I think I picked the absolute worst one to start with. I really do. This one may be as bad with all of the back stitching that will have to go into Snoopy. I mean, the leaves here, that may be almost as bad, but I don't know. Anyway, I did not work on back stitching this time. I worked on making his fro a little bit bigger. I think, I have to go back and look again. I have 3 more rounds here that will go in, and they're not, this one, they're smaller than that. Probably all 3 of them are smaller than that. I'm sorry, I meant to unplug this. Sorry. Because it makes the sound do funny things, and I set it up there and didn't realize it until my camera just told me. So anyway, so the others are not as thick as this, and goodness knows none of them are as thick as this purple. So hopefully when I get the yellow all finished down around, it'll join in with this one here. Then the next 3 will go a little more quickly. Okay, and I worked out of this one, Cross Stitch and Country Crafts, November, December of '88. This Santa Claus. I got the last one finished. So, I finished all 4 of them. Hooray, I got last year's ornaments done. I am Johnny on the spot, I tell you what. And I looked for the star cookie cutters that I want to FFO them with, and you won't believe this, they weren't where I thought they were. I know, how crazy is that? So, I'm going to have to keep looking. Anyway, so, hooray, that makes finish number 22 for the year. I had been averaging about 3 finishes a month. That will not carry on in August because I'm not expecting anything outside of this one unless there's some sort of miracle. But because I finished, I started on this year's ornaments already, and these are all out of this kit. And they come with this backing for each one of the patterns. So here's what it looks like. The piece you get. I am not going to use this on them. Here you can see that I did just a tiny little bit. Right here, I'm sorry, Kirsten was texting me. A satin stitch in white, so it really doesn't show up very well at all. And I always line, when I embroider, I put something behind it. This is just a super, super thin batting. As a matter of fact, it may not even actually be batting. It may be this stuff you can buy to lay out as a sheet of fake snow, like for the villages and stuff. Because I bought a bunch of that when I was recovering one of Wyatt's visors on his truck. Because I wanted something thin. But then I didn't want the foam because the foam in it from before had just totally broken down and was like powder in there. It was gross. So that may be what this is. I need to do the other visor now. But anyway, I like to do that so my threads don't show up quite as much, and I like the little extra stability. So that is my stunning start on that. But I'm really happy that I've started this year's. With any luck, I can get them done before August of next year. I bought something else that goes with those, but I don't know where I put it. I didn't think I left it. Okay. I left it in the shopping bag. How dare me. Anyway, yesterday I was in Hobby Lobby. Yesterday, Dax spent the night at the office on Friday, and yesterday I went into the office and worked, and he did not want to stop what he was doing and go get lunch or anything because I had errands to run. So I did that, and I ran into Dollar Tree, got some really cute stuff, and then I went to get gas. And I got out, left the keys in the ignition, got out. The car unlocks automatically when you open the driver door. All the doors unlock. I went and pumped the gas, went to get back in my car, and it was locked. All of them. I don't even know how. It's a Ford Focus, and the button to lock the doors, is on the dash under the radio. You don't accidentally hit that button unless you're going to mess with the radio or something. I have the hardest time even remembering where it is because it's not where any car I've ever owned is before. But that also means that you can't like use a wire to try to pull the latch up or anything like that. So there I am, stuck at the pump at a very busy Sam's gas station. And Dax doesn't have a car. I'm in it. He's got another key, but he doesn't have a way to get to me. So I asked the lady that was working at Sam's, and the phone there at the station won't call out. It will only call into the store. So I started walking over to the store, and this very nice man who had been pumping gas next to me and heard everything that was going on stopped and said, "Do you need to use the phone? Because mine's locked in the car with everything else. And we have AAA, but the card that I would need to call them is locked in the car with everything else." So I used his phone to call Dax, but I knew he wouldn't answer because he wouldn't recognize the number. So I left him a message, and then the man was nice enough to text him also so that he would see that right away. And then I went on into Sam's to see at the auto department if they had anything. And they don't, and they can't let you anyway because what if it's not your car? So I walked back out. I think it was 102 yesterday. And so I walked back out to the gas station part, and there happened to be one of our clients there pumping gas, and I said hello to him and chatted with him for a minute, and I have no idea, no way of knowing if Dax has gotten a hold of AAA, how long it would take, any of that. And John was nice enough to say, "I'll go over to the office and get the key from Dax. I don't mind him." And I mean, we have AAA for a reason. I told him, "You don't have to do that." And he's like, "What else am I going to do?" So he went and did that, which was wonderful. And it's only a couple of miles away, but still, it was time out of his day. And brought the key back, and I got the car open, and I left. And then Dax called me frantic because I assumed when John came and got the key that Dax would call AAA and cancel the call, which he did not. He had told John, "The AAA guy is on his way. Tell her to wait there." John did not tell me that. So I left. The AAA guy, bless his heart, was driving around looking for me. And so I had to call him and tell him, "I'm so sorry I'm not there." But as frustrating as that was, I told Dax I had been spending all week hating people, just probably because my whole body ached for most of the week and I was grouchy, but just things that were bothering me more than usual. Probably PMS too. We're going to blame it on that anyway. And so I was not happy when I locked my keys in the car, and I can't get the car to do it again. I mean, we've tried. It's ridiculous. The way the car is designed, you can't do that by accident. So anyway, I told Dax, I said, God did that for me as a lesson for how I look at humanity, I guess. Because John showed up and helped me, no questions asked. The other man stopped to let me use his phone, and he went the extra mile to text to make sure that Dax got the message. I I bet 4 or 5 other people who saw me just sitting there waiting asked if they could help. So, faith in humanity restored. I was inundated with people who were kind and willing to help, and it was awesome. It was a wonderful lesson and much, much needed last week. So, there was a reason for it. There was a purpose. Anyway, that made my plans for what I was going to run around and do almost as much longer as I just made the story of I went to Hobby Lobby. So, sorry. I went to Hobby Lobby, and when I was in there, I just happened across these little wooden ornaments. You see this is dimensional a little bit. It's cut out up here. They have the little red ribbons tied. So there's 6 of them in here. And I have not even measured, but I am hoping that those ornaments I'm making will fit on here. When I finish them and cut them out round, that they will fit on these, because I think that'll be really awesome. So, how is that for a long, 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 long way to get around to, look, I went to Hobby Lobby and bought these. Sorry. Okay, and my new start for last week was these boots. It is from a Janlin kit. Oh, cowboy boots. Who would have ever guessed that name, right? I started in the middle, which is somewhere around right here. I think I got this kit off of Listia, where I get half the crap I have. It was missing the fabric. It had the thread and the pattern and everything, but somebody pulled the fabric out, which was just white Ada, I think. So I went through my fabrics and I decided to pull out this one and got a little bit of a start. I'm sure Shelly thinks it's stunning. So I've got right around in here, it's coming up one side, and then this, whoa, right there. So I'm pretty pleased with that. This is the fabric I dyed with the avocado pit and skins. So I decided to go with it because I thought that it would kind of looked like a, you know, dirt road, kind of dusty, which goes great with boots, right? Sorry, I dropped my cover picture. And to keep the theme all cowboy and together, I have it in this bag. Because that was the one on top. Oh my God, I'm knocking stuff everywhere. Have you noticed that happens every week? So that was my new start. That was almost all my stitching. Like I actually finished off one of the strawberries with the little green top. I wanted to do, and I feel like maybe I said this on one of the other ones too, I wanted to do just every other one stitched down, but there's 6. So next time I cut out a leaf, I'm going to have to do it with, next time I decide I want to do it that way, I'm going to have to make a 5-pointed leaf. So anyway, I did that. I know it's pretty impressive. I got this pattern in. I ordered it off of eBay. Love's Pathway by Leisure Arts. I thought it was pretty cute. It says, love will light your way. And like, it shouldn't be too hard. Famous last words, right? This is all half stitches, and the background here, like the little sky part of it, up in here, is half stitch. So the tree and really the house and right here is all that is full crosses. Doesn't matter, it's not like I'm going to start it anytime soon. I got a box full of them. I counted this week, and I don't remember what the exact number is, but it's 70 something whips that I have. When you take into account that I finished, what did I say a while ago, 23 this year? Holy wow. I did work on my Solitude, and I would show it to you, but it's like, you know, this corner. It really isn't anything that's going to be like, wow. But I'm really close to finishing that first page. This is only 3 years, right? 3 years. So I am speeding right along. I'm actually so close to finishing that first page that I went and made copies of the next 2 pages that are my goal for next year, because I'd rather start it right away. So anyway, look, I have a basket hanging on my wall that has my buttons in it. They're all in baby food jars, and most of them face this way so that I can see the color of the buttons, because yes, but this jar faces with the lid out towards me because this week I decided that this needle minder that Colvin had sent needed to be with me for everything all the time, so it's up there looking at me. And sometimes I look back and we scream together, because that's the way it should be. It's probably the way it shouldn't be, but it's the way it has been this week. And I got this. So I have 2 of these glass frogs. And everybody else finds all these pretty glass bowls that they go with that have the edging on them where you can put even more scissors there, but I can never find one of those. Or I can never find one that I'm willing to pay for. But I was in Dollar General and they had these for, like, the price is still on the bottom, $2.50, right? It's a soup bowl. Sorry. It says Thankful. It's kind of a burgundy color. They have different ones, but I like this one. And it fits in there just like this. I love it. I'm going to try my best not to break it. So, I really think that that's all. I bought some stuff at Dollar Tree, but I keep seeing these things, and they've got pumpkin spice creamer out and all that stuff that screams fall. And like I said, it's still 100 degrees here. I am so ready for fall, but y'all are killing me with your fall decorations and all of this fall stuff, because I want it so bad. But not at 100 degrees. I can't. I'm trying, y'all. So anyway, I think that's it. I'm going to spend a little bit of time, my kids and Dax, everybody went in together and got me an Instant Pot for my birthday. Oh, and thank you all for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it. I'm not a big to-do about my birthday, so I appreciate it. Anyway, I thought I could just open it up and whip it out and do all this stuff, and the answer is no. No, it is more complicated than I anticipated. So, I'm going to spend some time today reading how to use it and learning it so that I can actually use it. So, there you go. There's the rest of my afternoon. I want to thank you all for the comments, for the likes. Welcome to the new subscribers. Thank you for the ones who've been with me. I appreciate it. I really do. Let me know what you think about being able to share a free pattern from a website that's not around anymore. I don't know what the ethics on that are. I know what I think, but that doesn't always mean that everyone agrees with me. So I don't want to do anything wrong, you know? So anyway, I think that's it. Thank you so much, everyone. Mom and Dad say hi. Y'all have a great week, and fingers crossed, I'll be back next week. Thanks, y'all. Bye.